I got really excited when I got home today because I thought that I would be able to crack open a bottle of wine. But then I looked in the fridge and there was none. So I'm a little upset, but I guess coffee will do. So anyway, I've been watching a bunch of anime recently and I thought that I would just share because I personally love watching these kinds of videos. So the first slice of life shoujo kind of anime that I have been watching recently, I actually started last year, and it's Clannad. Clannad is basically an anime adapted from a game, I'm pretty sure. It's one of those story-based games, so the way the anime works is really interesting because there's a couple of different storylines, but it revolves around this one guy set in school and he meets a bunch of characters. It's a really sad anime, but it did make me cry after every single episode. So if you're in the mood for that. I also just really like the art style, and I'm not sure if it's because it was adapted from a game, so it has very kind of vibrant, crisp looking art style, and the music is also super sad, which is probably why I cry every time the end credits come on. Now, just like the majority of shoujo animes, there is a romance involving the main character, and I just watched the ending and I'm not sure if I completely like it. I have heard that a lot of people recommend Clannad After Story, and apparently that's a whole lot better, but I haven't started watching it because I know it's probably going to be sad. The next anime that I started watching, I actually binged in like 2 or 3 days, and that is Toradora. Toradora, I think, is a great starting point for people who want to get into anime because it is slice of life and there is drama in it, but there's also comedy. I think it does a really nice job of kind of mixing the two together. I did find that the second half of the series got a lot more serious than the first half. Again, it's shoujo anime, so it's set in high school, and it's about this guy who is kind of a little bit of a delinquent, I guess. He kind of has this reputation put onto him by the other students because of the way he looks. And there's also this female character, Taiga, who is very short-tempered and is just hilarious to watch. Basically, they become friends because they're both in love with each other's best friend. So Taiga is in love with Ryuji's best friend and Ryuji is in love with Taiga's best friend. So they kind of, the whole starting plot is them trying to be each other's wingman and trying to set each other up with their best friends, if that makes sense. And it's really cute, but it's not overly cutesy, and I think that's why I really like it. I also really ended up loving a lot of the side characters. The art style is a lot bolder than Clannad. Clannad has this airy feeling to it, whereas this one is very kind of straight lines and bright colors, and it's what you would expect from anime if you haven't watched a bunch of anime, if that makes sense. It also reminds me of Doraemon kind of art style, which I really like. And the last anime that I'm currently watching, I only started a few days ago and I've binge watched so many episodes. I'm actually going to do that right after finishing this video, and it's Honey and Clover. Honey and Clover is yet another slice of life anime, but I think what makes this one so unique is not only the art style but the story premise and how it deals with telling the story. Basically, it revolves around these group of friends in art school in their 20s, and the stories that this show covers is so realistic and real life stuff. There's this certain realistic, somber tone to it, and you all know I love those slightly tragic, slightly sad kind of storylines. It deals with unrequited love, it deals with, you know, jobs in your 20s and heartbreak and like finding yourself, and I really connect to almost all of the characters. I just think this is such a refreshing anime because it doesn't romanticize or sugarcoat some of these issues. The other thing that makes this anime so unique is the art style, and at first I thought that I wasn't going to like it because it's very watercolor based and it's very sketchy and it's soft. But as I kept watching and as I got more into the story, it fit the anime so well because it has this like cozy feel to it, but just like the way it deals with the storylines, it doesn't brighten things up where it needs to be brightened. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but I really like the art style. Also, it's one of the only animes that I've seen where I don't feel the need to skip through the opening theme song thing. I think it's currently one of my favorites, and I hope it keeps being my favorite anime because I just really like it. Anyway, those are the shows that I've been watching recently. Let me know down below if you have any cool shows that you've been watching that you think I would enjoy. And I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys soon.